MacKenzie Gore's primary four-seam is the pitch Chicago's top matchup bat most wants to see. The four-seam accounts for 46.1% of Gore's pitches and arrives at 95.4 miles per hour. That volume gives Munetaka Murakami repeated chances to attack the pitch that best fits his power. Gore either has to trust his main weapon or reshape his approach around the rest of his arsenal. The Rangers visit the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field, with Gore opposing Sean Burke. Chicago is a slight favorite in a game priced close to a coin flip. Texas does not get the same invitation against Burke. Burke brings a 3.3 ERA, and his command gives him room to work above the zone. Opponents have slugged just .315 against his primary four-seam. That means Texas cannot simply sit on Burke's main pitch and expect damage. He can challenge the Rangers early, then use his K-curve below the zone when they start protecting the top of the plate. The opening for Texas comes when Burke moves away from his main pitch. His slider has allowed a .451 slugging mark, making it one of the softer parts of his arsenal. Joc Pederson is the best fit to keep this matchup from tilting too far toward Burke because he has punished premium velocity and driven pitches in the upper part of the zone. Corey Seager adds another left-handed look, but the projected Texas lineup still has to force Burke toward the slider instead of letting him dictate above the zone. Texas can score here, but it needs the right pitch rather than a broad weakness. Chicago gets more ways to make Gore uncomfortable. Gore still owns a 26.3% strikeout rate, so this is not a starter the White Sox can attack carelessly. But his curve has allowed a .467 slugging mark, and the cutter has also been vulnerable in a smaller sample. If Gore backs away from his primary offering, the alternatives do not automatically solve the matchup. That is what separates Chicago's position from Texas's. Murakami is the center of the entire read. He has slugged .640 against the four-seam across 114 at-bats this season. That is not a tiny matchup sell. It is sustained evidence that his power plays against Gore's main offering. Murakami's swing and miss against left-handed pitching remains the risk, especially against a starter who can finish hitters. But if Gore repeatedly returns to his primary pitch, Chicago's biggest power threat keeps getting the offering he is built to punish. And Chicago's case does not stop with Murakami. Miguel Vargas has slugged .552 against left-handed pitching while striking out only 17.1% of the time in that split. He gives Chicago a right-handed bat that can handle Gore's velocity without selling out for power. Vargas has also produced against the change, while Murakami has shown damage against both the change and curve. Gore can change the sequence, but Chicago still has hitters matched to the pitches he would use as an escape. The lineup is projected, so the exact arrangement remains uncertain, but the underlying matchup favors the White Sox bats. Conditions should not inflate the offense. A light wind slightly reduces carry toward center field. Chicago's bullpen is taxed after the heavier recent workload, while Texas enters with moderate availability. That relief gap helps the Rangers if they can extend at-bats and push Burke out, but the environment itself gives neither lineup an added power boost. Chicago is better set up to score because Murakami and Vargas match up with Gore's four-seam and change, while Texas must pull Burke away from his stronger pitches, so the 8.0 total looks reasonable rather than low. So if you're turning that read into a card, it is Joc Pederson over .5 hits for Texas's best contact piece, Munetaka Murakami over 1.5 total bases for the primary pitch collision, and Miguel Vargas over 1.5 total bases for the supporting damage against Gore. Every prop tells the same story. Chicago has multiple answers for Gore, while Texas's case runs through Pederson finding the right pitch. For a deeper look at this matchup, or any other game on the slate, you can explore the data and build your own parlays at ParlayBuilder.ai.